Hey there, Jaguars. This fall semester has felt different. From the quiet courtyards to the empty halls, the world we live in today is a dramatic contrast from the usually bustling cafeteria or cheerful student activities. Many of us have gone through truly life changing experiences these past couple of months, and so it's normal to feel uneasy or maybe even afraid. It's not easy to change our daily routines and much less to learn to follow strict social distancing guidelines, especially when the one thing we want is to embrace our family and friends. Although these times may seem uncertain, one thing is certain. No issue, not even a pandemic, is too strong to keep our Jaguar community from being anything but exceptional. We feel it is more important now than ever to remind you that you are not alone. Stay active, whether it's through joining a club or forming an online study group. There are many ways to be a social Jaguar. Maybe you decide a club is not for you, and that's okay. Sometimes we just need someone to listen to what we have to say and give us some advice. Our counseling services are also here for you. If you need someone to talk to, we are here to listen. Not only are we here to help you throughout your academic journey, we are ready to help you overcome whatever it is that you may be facing throughout this time. For today's Jaguar Talk, I have invited Myra Avila, Senior Coordinator of our Counseling Services, to discuss the Jaguars United Support Group, a new initiative that started only this past summer. Welcome to Jaguar Talk, Myra.
Hi, thank you so much for having me here.
Can you tell us a little bit about counseling?
Of course, of course. So we do provide counseling for mental health services, and we also provide academic counseling for students that are struggling in the classroom. And as well, the other service that we also provide is for accessibility services for our classroom accommodations.
And so, how are services being provided at the moment?
How we're providing services right now is we're meeting with our students either via phone or via Teams, that we're using the Teams application to be able to connect with our students. The student has the option of connecting either via chat, via audio, or through the video, whatever they prefer.
So, right now, it's a little bit difficult for students to be interacting with other students. So, what are some of
Yes.
the options that they have to connect?
So we have many options, but the main option that we are trying to get our students to be aware of is that they can connect with their support group. So they're more than welcome to connect with our staff here to be able to connect with other students and be able to just know that they're not alone, that there's so many services out there for them, so many skills that they can learn by connecting to our weekly support group.
And the Jaguars United group, I think it's such a great initiative. Can you tell us a little bit about what that group is and how it works?
Yes, yes. So we did get the idea from another university that started offering this as soon as COVID and all the pandemic started, and we decided to mimic what they were doing. We started seeing that our students were feeling maybe left out, they were feeling alone being at home, and we launched this in the summer. So we started in the summer to see how it would work out, and we had a good success. We had some students coming in every week, or not coming in, but virtually connecting with our staff, and they would be discussing several topics. So some of the topics that we try to have with them are adjusting to this virtual world now, adjusting to college for those entering freshmen that are just starting their education with us, but as well as how to adjust to all the changes that they're feeling or they're going through. For example, when it comes to their mental health, right now we're getting to know ourselves so much that we didn't know we felt anxious when we had to adjust to a big change. And this is where they're able to learn more about what that means, what that is. But not only are they learning, but they're also connected with other students. So I think that's the awesome thing, that it reminds them that they're not alone, that there's so many support out there, and there's others that are feeling the same way.
So, if students are interested in joining the support group, how can they go about it?
Okay, so let's say that the student wants to join, they can just send us an email to the counseling email, or they can go in through our website and they can let us know that they need this, and then a staff member will be reaching out to them to be able to give them the initial process, and then from there just get them into our weekly group. The weekly group is supposed to be from now all the way to the end of the semester, and we're probably going to continue with it for the upcoming semesters. We feel that this is a good way of them knowing that if they're struggling with something throughout the week or throughout the semester, that they can connect with our staff at least once a week. And it's an open group, so anybody can join as long as they're active students. They're more than welcome to come in.
And so, a lot of students, they might not want to be discussing certain things in front of other students. So,
Mhm.
what are other options that they have available? for themselves?
Yes, yes. So it maybe the group doesn't work for everybody, or if the group could be like a supplement to something else. And the other options that they have is attending our one-on-one counseling sessions. So that is where they would have the opportunity to be able to discuss anything that's happening with them with a counselor, with a professional counselor, so that they can be able to work through any of those issues that they want to be focusing on a little bit more. Or the other thing could also be attending our workshops. We also provide our workshops every month. We have about 5 to 6 a month that they can join as well from anywhere. So that's the awesome thing right now, that it's really working out for everybody in our campus, our colleges, our college, because if they are, let's say, traveling for that week, or they're not taking their classes here because they're working out of town, they're still able to connect with their staff. And I think that's the awesome thing.
And so I know that it's very common for students to believe that these services are recorded on a transcript or something of that sort, but it's very important that we mention that they're not, correct?
Yes, yes, yes. That's a very big misunderstanding. I have heard, I've been here for a long time now, and that's what I hear. The students tell me, well, the thing is that I don't want to go into your department because I don't want any of those records to be taken with me when I transfer to a university or when I graduate. And that's a big misunderstanding. It's not that way. We do have a different database. We have a different way of documenting any of the interactions for any of the students coming in. So then whenever they graduate, whenever they transfer, none of what is being discussed with their counselors or by them attending group or just coming in and receiving services with us, none of that will be taken with them. All of that is on the side, and there's a different process for that, but students shouldn't worry about that. We're here to support them. We want to make sure that they know that they can focus on their schooling and they can focus on their personal issues that they may be going through as well. So there's two ways of them to be able to deal with it. And that's what we are, like many times our students tell us, like, why would counseling help me? And that's like the basic question that we get. How are you going to help me in counseling? Well, we're going to help you to make sure that you are better off with your stressors or with anything that you may be dealing with so that you can focus fully in the classroom. And we have seen the success. We have seen students that just with the group in the summer, we heard good feedback. Students that were dealing with a loved one going through the COVID symptoms or going through or losing somebody because of COVID, we saw that they were feeling supported by knowing that they had somebody else to talk to in this group and that they were not the only ones dealing with it. And now that things continue, now it's adjusting to the college, now adjusting if they did lose a loved one, or if they now have to go back to work because work is asking them to go in person. So all of these are things that we discuss in the group, or they can also discuss in their individual counseling sessions.
Are there any other services that you want to mention?
Of course, well, we do also provide career assessments. If the student is struggling, let's say that they had some type of plans of getting, let's say, just any career, but then they decide that, you know what, I don't think I'll be a good person to be in that career. Well, that's where our counseling services can also assist them, because that's where we hear. They're like, no, I don't want to be in front of public. But then we start talking to them individually, and they're like, well, it's because my self-esteem is low and I just don't feel confident to be able to get in front of a camera or get in front of an audience. So that's where we work with them in counseling, and we assist them in feeling better, making sure that they have that confidence level to be able to get to that career that they really want. And what other service? Well, we provide everything. So it's anything that you can imagine we can provide when it comes to ourselves as a person. Or also, if the student is struggling because they don't know what university to go to, where they want to transfer, then we can also give them some of those options. But it's more individualized. It's more, what is it that they need? It's not so much of who they can contact. It's now what would benefit you and your future based on your short-term goals or long-term goals. And the other thing also that I would like to mention is that many times we have non-traditional students coming in, and they have maybe fears that they're like, I don't want to go back to school, but I do because I want to show my kids that I can go back and finish my degree. So that's something else that we can also provide, that support for our non-traditional students, which usually are single parents or working parents, and they have to be juggling many things at once. So we can also work with them, and we can provide them case management services to assist them in getting everything they need at home to be able to feel equipped to be able to come to school, have childcare. So those are some of the connections that we can assist our students as well.
Perfect. Thank you so much for the information, Myra.
Thank you. Thank you so much. And I really hope that our students get this message so that they can know that we have all these services to offer, that they know that they're not alone. It's okay not to be okay. That's what we tell everybody, and even us as professionals. And that's how we show our students that right now it's a situation that all of us are going through changes. So then if they're not feeling okay, it's okay. We're not, also, we may not feel okay at some other points, but that's where it's important that we reach out for assistance and we remember that we're not alone in this. We're all working together.
Social distancing doesn't mean you have to mentally distance yourself from the world. Our main organizations are sure to keep you socializing at a safe distance. The staff has worked incessantly to ensure that the services you need continue undisturbed. We're all committed to giving you the best college experience possible and hope that you have a great semester. As always, Jaguars, stay exceptional and keep on learning.